everybody, good evening, and welcome to Bobby Ray's Live in the Living Room. We got a great show for you tonight. This is our Halloween edition, even though it's not even close to Halloween yet. But if you look around, we got a monster of a house here. We got ghosts and squalls and dead Bobby Ray right here. Say hi, dead Bobby Ray. Hi! Okay, that's good for him. All right, get him out of here. Adrian made him. In case my mom can't see, I'm going to show you a close one. Look at that! Hey, baby. Hi, Wilma. How are you? Anyway, that's here. Let's send it back. All right. The comedy is non-stop here by Ray's Live in the Living Room. Did you put the thing on right? So if you can see, we got She Said Box. That's who we got here tonight. And this is the she. And this is the box. And that's said. She Said Box. We are really happy that they're here. They are singer-songwriters down here in Nashville. Like we try to get every week, every other week when we do these live in the living rooms. So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
All right. So I'm Rob, and this is my
That's
lovely
Rob.
wife, Cindy. I guess I should look at the camera when I talk.
Yeah.
Instead of looking
Well,
at
you go.
Yeah, I'll get used to this. This isn't live, right? We can start over.
Live. Live in the, well, it's not on there yet.
Oh.
Live in the living room.
Where are we? We're in the living room.
This is the living room.
Okay. So Cindy and I have been married for 19 years. We'll be 20 next summer. Coming up on that. And we met in Virginia Beach, and she told me she had some songs that needed some music. And so I showed up. And we wrote our first song that night together.
That's great.
But so we've been, doing this for a long time. I guess about 20 years. And done it in North Carolina for the most part. Play out and stuff like that. But
actually, longer than 20 years. We dated. We did it all through dating. We did it for a couple years before we got married.
Yeah. And I've been playing since 6. I started piano lessons at 6. So.
When did you switch over to guitar?
Well, it wasn't really a switch over. Like I took piano lessons at 6, but only at 6, right? Like I quickly it became work, when you had to practice and you had to do your scales and you had to have this piece ready for the recital and all that kind of stuff. So I quit piano lessons, and I didn't pick up anything else seriously until I was 12, and I picked up a guitar. And it was acoustic guitar, and they had group lessons my dad taught he was a dean of continuing education at a technical college or whatever, and they would do like adult classes, and you could, take like golf or creative writing or whatever. So every summer, and I think probably.
Do you have something against golf? Because you just said golf. Like, what? Is there something wrong with golf? Because
No.
I've tried to play golf. That's why I play the guitar.
Golf is not something I attribute to a college usually. Like I don't go there to learn golf, but I just thought it was weird
There's
because they
people
would
that
have
actually go on scholarships.
right. But I mean, I didn't know.
Football,
I was a kid.
Golf, I know.
I was 12.
Did you ever have golf in your eyesight? Did you want to play golf at all?
Not as a professional. Like my dad and I golfed a couple of times, and
Can
I
you golf?
liked it.
That's not true. He wants to desperately be on Holy Moly.
Oh well, that's
Like-
putt-putt. That's a totally different. Like
It's still
putt-putt.
golf. It's still golf, right?
Have you been to Putt Shack?
No, is that here?
Yeah.
Where?
It's right in the Gulch.
No, then I have not.
Yeah.
We've been to one. Haven't been to one here.
Putt Shack.
Like, putt-putt the whole time.
No, we go to the one over by Upper Mills.
That's okay.
Yeah, we've been there a couple
I knew.
times.
Oh, you mean over where the go-karts are and
Yep.
stuff like
Yes.
that? Okay,
Exactly
well,
right.
Putt Shack is an indoor putt-putt, and it's in the Gulch. You know Rollin? My
Yeah.
buddy
Yeah.
Rollin
Yeah.
that I play with? He used to work at Putt Shack, and we went there the first
Was it their friends and family?
Friends and
soft
family.
opening thing?
And it was really nice. We got to eat for free. We got to putt for free. And we'll never go back. But it's an invitation for you if you like
You know it's
putt.
live, right?
I do. We like the putt shack. Rollin don't work there no more. So we don't have to see anything about the putt shack. Although it's really cool. You walk in there and it's all neon light, not neon lights. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, neon lights. It's really cool. See, this live in the living room goes everywhere.
I'm glad we were not prepared.
I told you.
We're never completely prepared, so. Or repaired, no.
Did your dad play guitar?
No. My mom played piano to a certain degree, and she sang like in the church choir and things like that. And actually, she did stage acting, like local plays and stuff like that. But that was kind of the extent of the musician in the blood. My dad would say, "I can only play the radio."
Play the radio.
And even that, sometimes he had a hard time. Because I remember when we were kids, like he'd get annoyed at me pressing buttons on the radio, like, "Don't touch him."
Now, have you ever been on the radio?
Actually, we have.
Yes.
We did a
Back
lot.
in North Carolina.
Yeah, you can tell a story. I can talk about it. Yeah, we were living in North Carolina, and we went to an open mic at a tapas restaurant.
Yes.
I don't know if you're
That
familiar
was
with
amazing.
tapas, but it's like very expensive and very tiny. Like you'll get that much food
Well, that sounds like a lot
for
of fun.
like $25.
Well, the
Do you like have to suck on it till you know?
the purpose is so you can get like 6 different entrees and try, instead of like getting a whole huge meal, you can try a bunch of different little things and not get so full. But they had like alcoves with like drapes hanging and big huge couches.
Yeah, like
it was
the vibe was
It was
amazing.
huge. Like you walk, it was just huge. But it was pretty cool. One of the coolest
Yeah.
places I've been.
And it was sort of set up like one of your writers' rounds, except for it wasn't a round, like people would take turns, but the stage setup was similar to that, and they recorded it and put select songs from the recording on the local radio station
That's cool.
in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's like 100.7
And they played all
the
3
river
of
or
ours,
something.
which
Yep.
was awesome.
And they played all 3, and they're all live. Like, so there's flubs in there and everything. you
Yeah.
know? Like,
That's really cool. Now, did your dad turn you off when he heard you on the radio?
they only heard the recordings
Yeah.
of the radio. No, he didn't turn it.
It's really cool.
But I send him stuff constantly. And
Yeah.
He's like, "I can't open that. I can't play that. That won't work for me."
Yeah. Well, my parents are very technologically unfit. They can't do nothing. I mean, I have to. What do we have to do? Internet.
Go home.
We have to go home. My song. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm telling the story. I released "It's Always Something," and honest to God, it was what, a month before my parents even heard it because they couldn't figure it out on the YouTube.
Nice.
So, to their defense, I came home. I said, "What do you mean you can't figure it out?" It didn't even come up. I'm like, "What's going on? Why couldn't it come up?" They finally got to watch it. And I'm not even going to tell you about Mushroom Moments out there. If you want to listen to it, you have to find it. Because I know you really don't like that song. Well, play me a song
All right.
that you guys played on the radio.
Okay, I gotta remember which ones they were.
We played, I know we played Let Me Go, I think we played Fake It, and I think it was Vacant.
All right, let's I
Okay.
think you're right. Okay.
All right, this is She
Here-
Said Box.
here's one.
Were you guys called She Said Box back then?
No, I think that was,
Misfortune.
no, it was before that, it was Murphy's Law, wasn't it?
I don't remember, to be honest
I
with
think
you.
it was Murphy's Law.
All right, here's Murphy's Law singing.
No, you didn't see. We don't need another cease and desist.
Do you? And how do you go about doing that?
Well, that one specifically, he was playing.
Oh,
And
this is a great story for the live.
Go for it.
I had already written the song essentially, but he was playing, and so I started, adding the words, and you know how poems go. So I started kind of pulling it in and stuff, and there was this one part we got to, and I was trying to work it out. And he's sitting on the couch, and he sneezed while we're writing.
Oh, Lord.
And this is where the one line "Are you amused?" came from, because he sneezed kind of on his hand. It was snot.
Oh.
And I started laughing hysterically, and he
Was mortified.
he was so embarrassed, which I just thought was funny.
And how long were you guys together?
At that point or now?
No,
at that point,
that point.
not even a year.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you
it was
can't do
early on.
that.
early
You
on.
can't do that early.
I didn't care.
Well,
You gotta wait
It
till
didn't bother
you're
me.
Apparently
married
you
at least
can.
3 years before you snot all over yourself.
All right, but you have to realize I had 2 small children. I was out of a marriage. I was freshly divorced, had been for a couple years. When we started dating, so I was used to snot.
Sure.
It's not that big deal. When you're a mom,
It's not a big deal.
you gotta worry about
It's not
snot.
a big deal.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
What would you say is your influences in your music?
Oh goodness, vast. So just off the top of my head. Well, it depends on my influences and her influences kind of combined. I don't know.
Well, that's good because we gotta take it at a time. So
Yeah,
what are
I
your
don't know if you want to
influences?
categorize how we sound, but I grew up listening to Jim Croce and Bread, kind of the '70s singer-songwriter stuff, Elton John,
James Taylor.
a little bit of James Taylor. I wasn't exposed to him as much, but those kind of sounds. And then I fell in love with rock. So early '80s it was Ozzy Osbourne and Iron Maiden and
Sure.
Def Leppard, Bon
How old are
Jovi,
you,
and
Rob?
all that stuff. 50 something, 53.
Okay.
53.
We're about the same age.
Yeah.
I'm
So
3 years older.
close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough for government work.
What about you? What are your? I told you before who you sound like.
Yes, and
Natalie Merchant.
I take that as such a huge compliment.
Oh my goodness, 10,000 Maniacs.
Absolutely.
I would love to hear you do Because of the Night.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
Do that at
Springsteen
karaoke.
song.
I don't
let's go
know it.
karaoke.
No, that's a Springsteen song originally,
I
and
didn't know that.
then what's her name?
No.
No, well, the one before that. Patty. What's her
Smythe, LaBelle,
No. No, I can't think of her name.
Hurst.
Patty Smith. Was it Patty Smith? No. Anyway, Bruce Springsteen gave her the song, and then Natalie Merchant got hold of it afterwards. After Patty, whatever last, I can't not remember her name. But yeah, you sound just like her.
That's awesome. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Isn't it crazy though how songs live different lives?
Oh yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that don't write their own songs, and they gravitate. And I was just watching a TikTok the other day about how this one song had first come out in the 50s, and then it came out again in '96, I think, or '95 maybe. But 1 year later, another artist covered it. It was Natalie Imbruglia, Torn. As a matter of fact.
Really,
It had been done
it's
2
been
previous
done that
times.
many times.
1 year. 1 year before her, and then,
And then the original.
It
Yeah.
must have been different when it came out the first time.
It was-
I don't remember.
the first time it came out, the person who wrote it, I believe, is French.
Okay.
Because it was in another language. And then the second one, it was an American artist, but I don't think anything ever came of her. And then I thought that was interesting, how the different lives that songs go through,
Yeah.
and artists.
We want to ask our studio audience a question. Can you please look that up?
I can't, my phone is.
Oh, it's just going to drive me crazy. If anybody online
The
knows.
Patty?
Patty, yeah.
Are you sure it's not Patty LaBelle?
No, it's not Patty.
Okay.
Anybody out there online, check it out. It's Bruce Springsteen's song Because of the Night. He gave it to.
Is it Patty Loveless?
No, she's a rock and roller.
Oh.
I cannot
It's
think
got to
of
be
this.
Patti Smythe.
Pat
Then. That's the
Benatar?
only one I could think of.
No. Anyway,
All right.
yeah, who are your influences?
Oh,
Besides Natalie Merchant.
well, when I was really young, my sister used to listen to Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. We also had a cassette. We had some albums and some cassettes. And Olivia Newton-John we listened to. Also, Mary Wilson, but not the Mary Wilson that everybody's familiar with. We had the album of Meri Wilson, and she put out two kind of jokey songs that got really popular, but the album is so amazing. Like, her vocal range is out of this world. It's amazing. So I listen to her a lot.
And that's what you listened to growing up.
When I was younger, and then when we moved to California when I was, I think, 8 or so, maybe 7 or 8, and then I listened to a lot of R&B. Listened to a little bit of country, not too much. Early 90s type country, but a lot of rhythm and blues, classic rock.
Now, you don't play an instrument, do you? Yes, play the box.
Come on now. That's a real instrument.
I know it is.
Don't
It
be.
is. Shout out to my drummer from 422 West, Brian Bonino, will not play the cajon. I've asked him, I said, Brian, let's get together and do some acoustic gigs, play the cajon. You know. That's how I know about the cajon. We have a cajon. I think it's stuck underneath the bed somewhere. We used to do a Songwriters round back in Ohio, or an open mic, and we brought the cajon in case anybody wanted to come up and play the cajon. Nobody would come up and play the cajon. Spent $100 on the thing. Nobody used it. Makes you great nightstand. But that's okay. Did anybody out there
I think
answer? No. Well, we need help because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Anyway, so you said Jim Croce.
I did.
Yeah, Jim Croce, fantastic. Went too soon.
Yeah.
Went too soon. I want you to play a song that I want you.
Okay.
I want you to play and get it right. Nowhere, Carolina. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Yeah, I did my homework. This is Rob singing Nowhere, Carolina. Huh? Oh, there you are.
Oh,
Look at that nice picture.
I'm confused.
How did you get that picture?
That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, it is? Well, how did it get all blacked out?
They have all kinds of photo editing software and stuff now.
Smart!
Broken down New Carolina, less than 20 miles from the next show. Nothing left to do but wander like I'm paid to so. This is life on the road. Broken down New Carolina. Lord knows if I'll ever make it home. Nothing left to do but picture there all alone, waiting by the phone. Why do bad things always happen to good people? Maybe I'm not that good after all. All I wanted to do was make a nice life with you, but I think I see the writing on the wall. Broken down New Carolina, watching busy people drive on by. Nothing left to do but give up, but I still got to try. Don't know why. Oh, the story behind that song?
Yeah.
Well, I
Sorry.
mean, the story is pretty much in the song. Like,
Yeah,
literally,
exactly.
I had this, I don't remember, I think it was a Dodge conversion van, like an old van that I had bought for cheap, and, you know, obviously fit all the equipment in. Because in those days, like, Cindy would play with me sometimes, but a lot of gigs I just went and did myself, and they were just cover gigs. You just set up and play for 4 hours straight,
Right.
play every song you could think of, and make, you know, a couple $100 or whatever. So I was driving from Jacksonville, North Carolina, which is it's north of Wilmington by about, what, an hour,
That's where
hour
I
and
was
15
born.
minutes. Oh, in Jacksonville, North Carolina?
All my kids are
No
born
way.
there.
Ve-
Very cool. Yeah, we lived in Richland before I had a little game shop.
So we were there, right, and we're headed to, well, I was headed to Southport, I think it's called Southport, but it's like past Wilmington, almost to the South Carolina border, and on some island, you know, or not an island, but, you know, like the dangly parts of the land that stick out in the water. Anyway, I'm headed down there, and I think it was a place called, what?
I love your description.
The
Dang-
dangly parts.
You got the dangly parts, and then you said whatever that word was earlier.
Fantastic.
It's
There
like,
you go.
dude, I'm glad you're a musician. You're not a teacher.
You know, where the land hangs out in the water, you know?
Yeah, that's called the,
The coast?
no,
It's a peninsula.
no,
There
it's
you
not
go.
a peninsula.
Something that
Peninsula
juts
is where the
out.
water's at.
No, the peninsula is.
The peninsula is like this. You got some land over here, and then the water's like right in the middle. That's a peninsula. You are off.
Alright.
Sing the song, or tell us about the song.
Yeah, so anyway, so I'm driving to there, and I get about 20 miles from there. I don't know how close I was exactly. And the van just stopped working, like started smoking and whatever. I was able to pull off the side of the road. And I mean, there wasn't cell phones, at least not for me at that point. Like, I think I had to borrow somebody's phone at a CVS or something and call a friend of mine, and they're like, well, I can't get down there for a while, you know, like, so I had to call the place, like, you know, said, sorry, can't make it, I'm stuck, you know,
So you
and
lost the game.
so I lost the gig, and while I'm sitting there with nothing to do but wait, I sat down on the hill in front of the CVS right there, or wherever I was, and just wrote
That's
that
good.
song, like, this is what's happening right now. Yeah.
Those were the best songs.
You think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The song that I wrote for Adrian, one of the very first songs I wrote for her, it was for her graduation party. I was going to her graduation party. Huh?
We were just coworkers.
Just
We weren't
co-workers. And I got there too early. And it was on 422 West. That was the name of the road. So I got there too early. Nobody else was there. And I surely wasn't going to be the first one there. So I drove down the road to the cemetery. And I sat there and I wrote a song. And it was 422 West. That was the name of the song. And I wrote about her. And yeah, we were just co-workers at the time. And but don't you? I swear, I think every performer, every artist writes a song about the road somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
You know, I remember listening to 90s country and Keith Urban, maybe it was 2000, Keith Urban. It seemed like every Keith Urban song was about him on a highway or a road or whatever. I mean, this is getting old, dude. And what do? I write Red Bull is about a road, and then I got It's Always Something, I'm on a road, then 422 West is on a road. I think
Can't get away from the road.
I think everybody writes songs about the road, you know, because it's just...
Our first one we worked on was about the road.
Down that road and
Back
back again.
Yeah, see, that was our first song.
It's either the road or the railroad,
Okay.
but it's either the road. Okay, so you moved to Nashville.
Yep.
Why?
Well, because...
Because I said, okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fair.
He has been begging to move here
Since
forever.
2005, I came here for a week.
Which is 1 year pre-Vance. We have a
And-
17-year-old, so
Okay.
he's
And
been trying to get for that long.
And really, in my mind, it was kind of given other people's opinion a chance, right? Because in my silly head growing up, like LA was the place to go. If you wanted to make it, you go to LA. And so I figured I was gonna go to California at some point. And when it seemed like it was less and less of a realism to go all the way across the country, and it's expensive and crime and on, people started encouraging me to go to Nashville. And of course, we were talking about Brad Paisley earlier, and I would get that story. Brad Paisley's from West Virginia. He went to West Liberty, the same place my dad went to college. And he dropped out of West Liberty and moved to Nashville. And look at him now. And of course I'm thinking, but I'm not country really. Like we were talking about, like I like Ozzy and Iron Maiden, and I was Disturbed at that point, that kind of stuff. But I came down here anyway just to see, and I felt like the atmosphere was amazing. Like it didn't seem to matter what kind of music you liked or whatever. They were happy to entertain
It's Music City now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they called it Music City, but if you didn't play country music, now.
Well, I'm not quite sure it was turned all the way over, because like there wasn't the rock coming out of the speakers downtown and stuff. It was very still country, but it felt like it was at least open enough that you could make some inroads.
Yeah.
And so I decided then, that I was comfortable moving here because for the most part, apart from happening to be Music City, it's a pretty normal looking place. There's no crazy things happening, or like it reminded me of West Virginia, where I came from. So it didn't intimidate me anymore, and that's when I started pressing her. And like she said, it took 15 years to get here, but we got here.
Yeah, it's been a great move for us as well. It feels like home, like always should have been here.
Exactly, yeah.
But you have to live life first and go through the mountains and the valleys before you can make it to the promised land. That's how I looked at it. So, what do you consider your peak? What's your goal? What's your I made it moment?
I'm gonna let you answer that.
Besides being on Live in the Living Room with Bob.
Well,
Gray.
this makes the list actually.
Check it.
But seriously, I've been super excited. We both have been super excited about this.
Cool.
Gonna be on live.
I don't think I'm good to, I have very, very different, goals than he does.
Yeah.
So,
Answer yours.
well, I'm honestly,
Yeah.
I'm super happy with where I'm at and everything that I'm doing.
Well, good.
I'm good. If
So
nothing ever happens, I'm still
You're
I'm
okay.
good.
You're okay.
I'm still, yeah.
She's having a good time, and she's also expressed before that she wouldn't mind if other artists cut our songs.
Sure.
Right,
I would
back
really
on
love
it.
to work with a young artist and help write songs, or just write songs, that maybe they're interested in. They can put their new twist on it or whatever.
Mhm.
And I love to perform, but I am not I don't have the whole tour type mentality. I don't.
What about you, Rob?
So for me, it's I'll definitely want to hear my song on the radio, and I know that I did because we talked about it before.
No, I know what you mean.
But I want to hear the recorded studio version, But I mean, my goal is all of it. I wouldn't mind having a Grammy or 5,
Absolutely.
But I mean, I'm content where I'm at too. I don't have to have that to, be happy or whatever. But I definitely push forward. I'd like to be able just to have it be the main income source.
That was not
that would be.
What you guys have regular jobs?
Oh, 100%.
What do you do?
I work from home as a manager of call center employees, essentially. It's for a big company. I don't know if I'm allowed by their rules to mention, so I'm not going to mention on purpose.
Don't mention it.
But it's a, it's a big
Sure.
it's a well-known company, and you know, there's employees from all across the United States that work from their houses.
Gotcha.
They do it, so I manage some of those people, and
So you were able to basically make a move and not have to worry
that was
about.
yeah, exactly. So that helped a lot
Yeah.
because I had that job prior to moving here.
Yeah.
And of course, because it's remote, you can do. I mean, you can't literally do it anywhere. Like you need to be wired to the internet, so you can't like go out on the beach and work. You know, but any house where you could get broadband
Secure,
internet.
Yeah, you have got a secure network, but other than
Yeah, so it gave us a lot of freedom, and that's when we figured out, like, hey, we can just move to Nashville because we want.
Well, in my personal opinion, of hearing the songs that you guys do, the one that I think could be a hit for you, and you know which one that is. Yes, you do. What is it? Where's the cue
Didn't I?
cards?
The one you have on the
Yes,
recording.
didn't
and-
I? Yeah. That is so good.
I'm glad you like that. That is
So
actually
good.
one that I wrote in my head. I was in the shower when I just started. I do a lot of singing in the shower, and
Sure.
that's where a lot of my songs come. And that one, I had the melody, I had everything in my head, and this wonderful man, he's so good at knowing me. I can hum things to him, or can go like this, or he'll like finger it out, and I'm like, that's it right there, you know. And he just took it, and then of course he improved once we got the basics of what it was. And
Well, I'll tell you this. We were on our way. I think it was we were going to. Where were we going? Ohio.
Ohio.
We were driving, and your song came on because we have a playlist of all our songwriter friends. You know. And for some
And
strange
we're on it?
reason, huh? Oh yeah. And for some strange reason, I am not.
You like it?
But that's
you're
okay.
on it. You're on my
I'm
playlist
just kidding.
a couple times.
So anyway, the song comes on. I'm like, who is that? And Adrian's like, that she said Boss. I'm like, no way. That's a great
I
song.
love that song.
I think we played it.
Sometimes.
I think we played it 2 or 3 times.
That's
That's
awesome.
so awesome.
But we're not going to ask you to play that song. No, I'm kidding.
I'll tell you what I like about that song from a nerdy songwriter perspective, if you want, is like it's one of the few songs where we have like a thematic kind of like makes a spot at like the beginning of the at the big, you know, kind of beginning of the verse, and it creeps up or pops up a few more times.
Yeah.
When,
Now,
when did that come out? When did you release it?
yeah, when did you release it?
Last August,
So,
I wrote that a long time ago.
Where did
Like,
you
I wrote that
record it?
Back in
Ruckus
Ruckus
Room.
Room. Yeah.
In North
Yeah,
Carolina?
no, here
In Ruckus.
in Berry Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to Berry Hill?
Mm-hmm.
Was it expensive?
I thought it was kind of expensive. The guys there were really great.
Yeah.
It seemed to us.
Did you have people playing on it with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can't even hear me on that recording.
Yeah, and that's
like when she said it,
one
she said box.
drawback.
It's really her with
Yeah.
band musicians.
I got you.
Well, he played on it. It's just there's so much going on.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
don't.
that you can hear them
Right.
every once in a while. Like, oh, Rob's there.
It's just a great song. So, didn't I?
Without further ado,
It's my favorite.
Sometimes love is a hard thing to find. When you give it just a little bit, each troubled mind. Not sure about that is when it comes to loving you. You can do everything, that's all that I know how to do. to you.
Such a good song. For sure. Do you guys ever get tired of playing certain songs?
Not ours. I don't. I get tired of, like, I'll tell you when I was doing in North Carolina and playing the 4 hours all the time, like, if people ask me for Sweet Home Alabama one more time, I'm gonna wring somebody's neck. You know?
I love
oh my
playing
God.
that song though, like, cause I could do the harmonies and it was fun, you know. So it was
Sweet
like,
Home Alabama?
yeah.
Freebird, I don't mind. Because
I don't mind
because
Freebird.
mostly the time when they're screaming Freebird, A, they're joking usually. And B, I actually like that song.
I like it.
And so when they yell for it, I say the penalty for asking for it is getting it. And then I play it.
I like that.
and I drag out the ending as long as I possibly
Do
can.
you play the lead on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Which is even better. So I just do that.
Yeah.
All that, and I just keep going, and at the end, the best part is when you get to the end, it's. Forever. Because if you ever listen to the live version,
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of making fun of the live version because it really is kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah. I like playing Freebird. I don't have any problem playing Freebird, especially, you know, when you can play acoustically. And me, I never played it a lot, so it's kind of a new thing when I play it. So I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I don't mind Freebird, but Sweet Home Alabama's really nice, and I don't actually play it that well. So
Where do you, what's your, where do you get ideas for your songs? How do you write? Oh, let me ask you this: do you write with other people? Let's put that one. All right.
We tried to. We actually wrote one with Bobby Baraka.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we tried to write with one woman when we first moved here, and that didn't go so well. But we got a really great song. Like she ended up, we kind of ran with it, and we never heard back from her. So I don't think we were really her cup of tea.
And I don't know that she or we have ever played that. And don't ask us to play it right now because I don't remember it.
No, I've written songs that I just started co-writing, and the only successful co-write that I've had my whole life was with Rollin when we wrote Mushroom and we wrote From the Hip and Bottom Shelf Whiskey. Those are the only 3 songs I've ever co-wrote. Well, no, I take that back. I wrote the one with Steve and Brad, which was The Ghost of Nashville, which I do not play. Brad sings that song. And I Don't Want Your Train Wreck, which I wrote with J.D. Marie, which I
want to hear that.
no, I don't.
It's a good song. She's still working for you.
Yeah, she wants me to finish it with her, but don't have time. Time's everything.
You don't like it. I love it.
It's been done, redone, done again.
The train wreck.
I Don't Want Your Train Wreck.
Oh.
Yeah. I wrote a train wreck song, and I liked it a lot. It was for the band that I had. The band didn't work well, so we don't do it anymore. So I got this good song I can't do nothing with.
I heard a song called Derailed.
Did you?
There you go.
Yeah.
One of those too. Wow. Yeah. Good songs. Good songs. So you guys, are you playing anywhere other than? Are you
We are
doing
playing
shows?
wherever you book us. so we're playing at the Maxwell
And we play at
House.
home a lot.
We're playing at the Maxwell House.
Yeah.
We also play Just Love.
Oh yeah, just
Sometimes we do Bobby's Idol Hour.
Yeah.
Whenever we can get
family
when
friendly to make sure I do
when
this
Rob
good.
can get off work, we'll try to
I
do
brought
that.
my Just Love
Just
shirt,
Love
but then I
t-shirt.
covered it up. With Sammy's watching.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There's a free plug.
Yeah, we love Just Love. They got the best frappes. Hendersonville, and then we play every other week at what do you call it?
That's all love music.
No,
Road.
Just Love on Music Row. You guys, can you do a 2-hour set?
Absolutely. That's what we do at Just Love in
We do.
Hendersonville.
Yeah, we do that.
Well, there are What time is it?
September 28th.
Yeah.
You want it?
You want
It's
it?
10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Just
Love
on
Music
coffee.
Row, it's tips only.
Okay, well we're live, so let's take this
Yeah, I gotta look
conversation
at my calendar.
offline.
Oh, sorry. It's business, you know.
Well, my phone's off. 'Cause
If we're
I don't
available,
want anybody
absolutely.
calling.
No, I think it'd be a good one for
Yeah,
you
that'd be
guys.
awesome. I went played Big Jimmy's a couple times, but I think
Oh yeah,
they
that's right.
they
Big
kind of
Jimmy's.
yeah they veered toward. We had a friend who
They're on, like-
runs that, but he's looking for more like bluegrass
Hmm.
type stuff. So
Yeah, they call it
Yeah.
sipping and picking.
Yeah, but they get
I don't
some
think we
great
fit the mold
artists
very
in there.
well, but
they've got some great
it's
music.
at Second and Broadway, or
Yeah.
in between Broadway and whatever that one next to it is, Conference or something like
Have you played on Commerce?
that. Commerce, that's what
Have
it
you
is.
played on Broadway since you've been down here? Have you
Well, I
tried?
mean, if you count Big Jimmy's, then yes, but
That's the closest one. I don't know that.
Yeah.
on
It's
Broadway.
There's some maniacs. I don't know. I kind
You
of
mean
like.
like busking playing on
Whatever.
Broadway?
Playing,
Oh, well, we could
playing
do
at
that.
Tootsie's or Rippies or any of
No,
those.
no, we haven't. No,
Robert's Western Wall.
no, haven't hit those places.
We played at
Is that how you
Kenny's
is
Tavern.
that how you measure it? The closer you are to downtown, the more
no, you
successful
stay
you are.
away from downtown.
I prefer that. I mean, most of the time when you're playing downtown, and I love to play covers and sing covers and stuff, but like I want to play my stuff, you know, and talk with other musicians, and hopefully get some co-writes, you know, and stuff like that. Exactly.
Hey, I'm right here.
I've got like 6 or 7 in waiting mode that I'm ready to work on with anyone.
Yeah, let's schedule it.
Yeah, you guys come over and we can write a song.
You guys could come to our house too, because we live in Hermitage. I just gotta wait for my
The
kitchen.
kitchen's done.
We haven't had a sink since May.
So what do? Use the neighbors?
No, we actually have a company that's redoing our kitchen because we had a leak,
Oh.
and our insurance has not been that great. But luckily,
Remember, you're live.
Yeah.
What's the name of that insurance company?
I'm already like.
You can go on her TikTok
Yeah,
if you want that
if you
story.
want that information, you can go on TikTok and see who not to pick for your homeowner's insurance. But we will end up having a beautiful, lovely kitchen at some point when I'm able to get everybody in there.
So is there a song you want played?
Oh, there are tons of songs that we
I
want
have
to
a
play.
request, just because it's one of his songs that he wrote before he ever knew me, and so he would play this when I met him. And what he doesn't tell you is like I tried to date him a couple times, and he has no recollection. It was only when I said, "Hey, I write songs. Do you want to come to my house and maybe put some music to it?" And then it was like, "Oh, hey," and then we just started hanging out. But like before that, he did not give me the time of day. But this was one of the songs that he used to play. Do fire him up, please, because I think you're gonna like this song. And he doesn't ever play this out. Like this has not
I've
gotten
never
out,
played this in Nashville.
or even halfway through North Carolina. Like
Yeah.
the song has never been acoustified. So.
Alright.
And hopefully I'll remember it. Smoke another cigarette. Go ahead. You know it's gonna kill you. But hey, then again, we're all gonna die someday.
So are you guys wanting to play out more?
Oh,
Absolutely. Yes.
So where all have you played at?
Well, we said Big Jimmy's.
Have you played the Commodore yet?
Yeah.
Well,
not in the
not.
writers round. We've done open mics there.
Yeah, we've done the open mic at the end
Why don't you get in the writers room?
because you haven't invited us yet.
Well, now I think you
Don't
have
you
to know
understand
See,
that
it's
you
on
are-
me.
I think you have to know people. We just don't know.
If anybody would like to see us play anywhere, call Bobby.
When's our next writers room? At Commodore.
However, we don't have one scheduled. You've been invited to a couple, but we don't have. You'll have to shoot W a text message.
I gotta do Jimmy's.
Yeah, Jimmy's.
I reach out with me. We'll do a writers round at Commodore. I'll message Jimmy. We can probably reach
This
on.
is the dog.
That's the dog. The dog was just shot.
Oh no!
Nothing to worry about. So, what about, have you played the Copper Branch?
Yeah.
Yes, you had us
You
there.
actually had us
I know
there.
that.
That was fun. I loved it. It was.
And we
great.
played Bad Axe.
Yeah.
Bad Axe.
That's probably one of my favorite places.
We played 12 Keys a bunch of times in Hermitage before it
They're out
closed.
now. They closed.
That's a shame.
But that was fun.
I'll tell you that story.
Oh.
We're live. Let's see. What else? Wow. So basically, the only reason why you're playing is because of me.
Essentially.
No.
Actually,
we got
C4 is really good.
oh
at
yeah,
that.
we played Bobby's Idol Hour.
Yeah, we play there. C4 gets us in there whenever. It just, like, we would play there every week if we could, or every week she would let us, but it's really hard for him to get out
It's
there
during
and
the day.
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
We-
super hard.
Always at once, I think, because it's during the day. It takes up church time.
I think we got ourselves at 12 Keys because they did an open mic or
Yeah.
something, and they're like, "Oh, you should come back for the writers'
That
rounds
was a
or
lot of
whatever."
fun.
So that was that, and we knew Zach that got us in Big Jimmy's. C4 met us there, brought us to Bobby's Idol Hour.
Right. And then we met you.
Hmm?
Well, we met
Yeah, we met you at Just Left. So,
through Bobby, I believe.
no, through Sammy.
Oh,
Wasn't it? Or no, it was Bobby.
I think it was Bobby that invited you.
Bobby who?
Bobby
Baraka.
Baraka.
Oh, Bobby Baraka, yeah.
Yeah, there's too many Bobbies.
Too many.
My sister's name is Bobby. And she's like one of my favorite people, so I think Bobby is an excellent name.
Bobby is a great name. You know, my dad is Bob, okay? And I think I was Robert through high school. And then I wanted to be a youth pastor at one time. And my youth pastor's name was Jamie. So I thought, well, Jamie, Bobby. Bobby always sounds young. So I could be a youth pastor at 45 years old and still be called Bobby. Bob is my dad. Robert is now what the government calls me. And the car loan that I just
Yeah,
bought,
exactly.
you know, that's Robert Connell Jr.
Exactly.
That's
But I
the same
am,
for him.
I am Bobby Ray, which is really
Yeah,
I bet you didn't know that.
I dropped the earth
Patty Smith.
about 11.
That's who it was. It's Patty Smith just popped into my
You
head.
know who we were talking about?
Patty
Is that different than
Smith.
Patty Smythe? Is that not the same
I
person?
don't think that's the same. I think Patty
There's
Smith.
two of them? Oh, wow. I'm confused.
Patty Smith. I can't wait to look it up. I'm
You
pretty
don't
sure
know
it's Patty
either,
Smith.
so it doesn't matter.
We'll shoot you a text.
Yeah, we'll be driving home and it'll say, text message from Bob. The correct answer is.
God bless
No,
those
we're
brains.
going to be sitting out there in the car and he's going to be Googling
Maybe. Might be before we get out the door.
You play electric guitar at all?
I can, and I have one.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a Fender heavy metal Strat. I actually bought it on the recommendation of my friend, and it's fine. You know, I mean, it's an electric guitar.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I use it.
Days too.
I use it for recording mostly.
Yeah.
more than
Well, that's not what to
anything.
tell you. And I think I told you this before. You want a place to record. Where I record in Mushroom, and it's always something, is a Perfect Image Recording, and they're in Hendersonville. You only charge $20 an hour. It does a fantastic job.
That's pretty awesome.
And if you know some musicians, they can back you up, or he can do it. You know, so he does a great, and that's mastering. and everything.
Right.
It's in Hendersonville. Perfect Image Recording. John Panero.
Put the thing on.
That's the plug.
Yeah.
That's the
Here's
plug.
the number. You have to put that in post. Put that in post.
Call now. All right, off the cuff, we had some sad news today.
Oh.
Very sad news. Darth Vader died.
What?
James Earl Jones.
Oh, did he really? I didn't know that.
Broke my heart. I've been a fan for years, too many years. So yeah, he died today. That's really sad. And also, what else? Oh, I named the ukulele, in case anybody cares. It's Elvis. And I'll tell you why. Because-
Why?
Why? Everybody together.
Why, Bobby?
Because Elvis played the ukulele when he blew Hawaii, and he sang a song called Moonlight Swim. And I wrote my little version of Moonlight Swim on my ukulele. And it's Elvis. So that's
Bobby
it.
Baraka.
Bobby Baraka, it's Elvis.
I want to get her an electric, or I want to see her get an electric ukulele. That would be
That
awesome.
would be awesome.
Well, seriously, like some of her stuff is
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
I
hard
wanna
too.
come
But
out
I think
for
that'd
her.
be fun.
We have one.
What?
What do you want to play?
I want to play for her, yes.
Don't give my cologne away. That's what my tip jar's on.
It's a tip jar stand.
Well, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Do you have theme music to this show?
No, make something up.
We need some theme music.
All right, go ahead.
To it, like, all right.
Maybe you have to sing like that one.
Live in the living room, live in the living room, Bobby Ray's live in the living room. I can tell we can go right good together.
All right.
Alright, if you're bored, okay, give me a G. If you're bored, you got nothing to do, click on your Facebook for Bobby Ray Live in the living room. That's terrible, just stop. Alright, so where's the next place you're playing? Maxwell House.
Maxwell House, yes.
Alright, what date is that?
What date is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what
October
date is
3rd.
You're
that?
supposed to know these
You're the
things.
one that said it
No,
to me.
act like you don't know me.
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
Let me consult the keeper.
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
Maxwell House.
Yes, Maxwell House.
You-
And
Live
the
in-
19th, I think we're at Just Love in Hendersonville
Okay.
for 11 to 1 in the morning. Well, 11 in the morning to 1 p.m.
By yourself.
With, you know,
Well, yeah.
together.
I'm saying, yeah, you're doing 11 to 1 thing.
Correct. It's 11 to 1 us and then 1 to 5 actually. There's, you know,
September or
you can
October?
sign up to do the
October or September?
October.
I
October.
would say September 19th. You're doing 11 to 1 at Just 11.
No.
Like that's
It's-
Thursday.
What? When did you book that?
A couple months ago.
See what you find out on live? This is really live.
So,
Right?
tomorrow, or no, what's tomorrow?
Or Zanies.
Oh, yeah, we're going to Zany's Con.
There, who are you going to see?
Dusty Slade.
Dusty Slade.
Oh, you know the Dusty Slade.
I do.
We're having a good time. Dusty's like, all right. Wednesday's Bad Acts, our shooting show. Thursday,
You'll be at Wabash Southern Kitchen.
Wabash Southern Kitchen. Friday,
The Commodore and Maxwell House.
Commodore and Maxwell House. Saturday,
Just Love Coffee.
Just Love Coffee on Music Row. And then 422 West is playing October 12th at,
Hampshire Hills Distillery.
again, Hampshire Hills. Oh, that's when Rusty's coming down. Hampshire Hills Distillery. And,
We will not be able to be at that one.
Why not?
Because we will be at my stepdaughter and her daughter's wedding.
oh, okay. Are you playing?
No.
Fall wedding.
No, we're not.
Yeah, it's fall wedding. I'm super excited, and she has the most wonderful soon-to-be husband. I mean, they've been together for almost 8 years.
Sure.
They're practically
right, so that's our schedule. I want to thank Adrian for putting this all together and the fine graphics that are up here that are right this time. We're really happy about that. First time we did it was backwards.
Oh, the mirror
Yeah.
thing, yeah. That gets me all the time.
So thank you,
Technology
Adrian,
for these
for
kids.
cooking the delicious meal.
Yes,
So-
thank
Very
you.
good, thank you.
And everybody say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom. That's my mom, my number one fan. Actually, she was my first fan. My wife was my number one fan. And she pays me to say that. And let's see what else. I think that's it. I think that's it.
Our next
You
song.
gonna do
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Are you gonna do the open mic at Zany's?
I wish. Our next live in the living room,
September 23rd.
September 23rd.
Cindy Ellis and Steve Burke.
Yes,
Oh,
Cindy
yeah.
Ellis and Steve
I
Burke.
love
That's
her.
going to be a good one.
Yeah.
So, Rob, take us home with some music that makes no sense.
Music that makes no sense, or do you
Yeah.
want a song?
No,
You just want jamming?
Yeah, say goodbye to everybody.
Okay.
And I get